Hey, this is Dan Fierst. I'm continuing these modules on the 10 different excuses that employees use when you confront them for reasonable suspicion training. And I'd like to go to the second one, which is most commonly heard, and I think it's probably one of the most common, is that I haven't had a drink since last night. Often when supervisors confront employees, it's going to be in the morning, and they're going to smell alcohol in an employee's breath, and when they smell it, they're going to say something to the employee. And if you're a DOT supervisor and you smell alcohol in an employee's breath, a very common response is going to be, "Hey, man, I haven't had a drink since last night. What are you talking about?" And another one like this is that it's medicine, but I'll continue on with just this one excuse. Now, here's what you need to understand about alcohol in the breath. And alcohol in the breath of an employee could be that an employee went out and had a drink with a couple of guys during lunch or in the afternoon. But most likely, especially with middle-aged people, what you're really looking at is someone who has to maintain a blood alcohol content in order to prevent going into withdrawal. So they're actually drinking during the workday. And many employees in late stage alcoholism will use something that they use an alcohol type that they don't think other people are going to notice, such as vodka. I've known teachers who have kept a fifth of liquor in their desk drawers, and I've known people who drink in the morning in their car before coming to work. But here's the other part about this explanation. You may have somebody with alcohol in their breath, and they could be toxic and and be under the influence of a substance like alcohol. And indeed, the last drink they had might have been 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning, but they're coming to work at 7 a.m. So, the idea is that they're trying to accuse you of accusing them of drinking in their car or drinking someplace on the work site while on duty. So this cognitive sort of distortion to get you to back off by saying, "Hey, I haven't had a drink since last night," is often very effective to get supervisors to back off. And sometimes supervisors who are naive might think that, well, if he drank last night, well, I guess he's not drinking now, so it's okay. And plus, the guy looks sober. Well, there's two issues here. Number one is that the employee who has to drink in order to maintain his blood alcohol level may not look drunk, but may in fact be drunk because they have a high tolerance to ethanol and beverage alcohol. The other part about this is that employees in late middle stages or early late stage alcohols are going to have liver damage. And when your liver is damaged, your alcohol, that liver will not process alcohol as easily as it did in earlier years. So in fact, an alcoholic could drink a little bit of alcohol late at night, or a lot of alcohol late at night, and next morning still be drunk, come to work, but not appear drunk, but they will have alcohol in the breath. So in fact, this problem is a larger problem even in some other countries. For instance, alcoholism rates among the employed workforce in Great Britain run about 25%. Here in the United States, they run about 11%. In Great Britain, employees are able to drink and come to work, and they can't be confronted by management. And the alcohol and drug policies in Great Britain cannot rely solely upon alcohol in the breath as a reason to confront the employee or have the employee fired or referred to a drug testing program. That is part of British law. It is not common. It is not popular. It is not the case in the United States. Alcohol and breath can be used in any workplace I'm aware of with a legitimate alcohol and drug policy to refer someone for testing if there's a testing program, or otherwise be confronted if it violates that company's policy. So don't be fooled by this particular excuse. Understand that all excuses are designed to have you back off. Employees are fearful about getting caught drinking on the job. They do not understand alcoholism. They have a definition of alcoholism that does not include themselves. And you want to make sure that that you're prepared for this particular excuse, because not having an employee that says, "I haven't had a drink since last night, man," is a difficult thing to confront unless you're aware of it. So alcohol in the breath, make the referral. Doesn't make any difference when the employee drank last. Doesn't say anything about the blood alcohol level. Doesn't, and no matter what the employee looks like. If you smell alcohol in the breath, you can make your move. If your alcohol and drug policy allows you to pick up those signs and symptoms as the basis for a referral. Thanks very much. Take care.